Look, in my hand here, I have 6 unrelated books that I want to read by summertime. And listen, these are different genres. As you can see, these are different types of books. These are different categories. These are different amount of pages. And as you know, it's getting close to summertime, and summertime means it's about to get hot, right? It's about to get hot. So I want to get a lot of my reading done, stay cool, you know what I mean? Because it's getting hot in here. You remember that Nelly song, off topic? You remember that Nelly song, It's Getting Hot in Here? And he says, so take off all your clothes. No, we keep our clothes on over here, except when we get in the pool, right? We put on a bathing suit, okay? But don't listen to Nelly. Don't listen to him. If you go look up the song title, he can't spell. It has 2 R's. Don't listen to Nelly. Keep your clothes on for the summertime. Pick up a book. Hey, if you are new here, I'm Darnaya Darice, first name, middle name. Thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. Let's keep pushing so we can get past 300, okay? I appreciate you all for subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. I love to hear what you're reading, what you're focusing on as far as goals and motivation, because on this channel, I focus on lifestyle motivation and bookish content. So we getting our life right, okay? Now, today, as I said in the intro, I'm going to be going over 6 books that I want to read before summer. Now, these books have been on my shelf and just sitting. Let's be honest, because it's so many books that I want to read, and every time I add something to my TBR, I'm like, oh, I want to go read this first. And so we'll get into what I read for March. That'll probably post by next week at some point, okay? But I need to find a way to fuse these books in the TBR. All right, so this is in no particular order, but the first one, I have the hardcover of James Patterson Cross, and I believe I got this from Second and Charles. So I was able to get this thick book, and believe it or not, I never read his books. He has like apparently 26 plus in this series. The first book in this series was Along Came a Spider. I remember that movie adaptation because Morgan Freeman was playing in it, and I believe that came out around 2001. And so this book I'm so excited to read. I did watch the show. There's a show out with Aldous Hodge. If you don't know Aldous, go check him out. And the show was pretty good. It wasn't bad. So I enjoyed it. And so it made me want to pick up this book and read it. And so it's about a forensic psychologist. He's a detective. And he's smooth with it. It's a lot going on in the Cross series, okay? This apparently his... some of his best sellers. This is his most famous character, Alex Cross. And in this one, Alex Cross was a rising star in Washington, D.C. Police department when an unknown shooter gunned down his wife, Maria, in front of him. Whew, that's heavy. That's heavy, right? Alex's need for revenge was placed on hold as he faced another huge challenge, and that's raising his children without their mother. Whew, that's a heavy read, but based on the TV series, I can see, oh, the book is going to be pretty good. Now, if you look at the book, how it's written, even though it's a big book, the pages are, the font and the pages are kind of short, so it seems like I can roll through this book. It's no more... Yeah, it's just under 400 pages. It's not that long, but that's one I want to read. Let me know. Have you read James Patterson, any of James Patterson books? Let me know in the chat. Is it chat or the comments? They both the same thing, okay? Whatever. It's the same thing. All right, and if you're into Southern fiction or African American literature or postmodern literature, this is a good one. I hear people talking about this one a lot. This is Gloria Naylor's Mama Day. This has been sitting on my shelf for the longest time, and I haven't read it. I actually had this book for a few years. Haven't read it, but I do want to read it here. And what's on Mama Day? So this is her third novel, because I wrote some notes here. I looked up some things, and it was published in 1988, and it's about 312 pages. And this story focuses on a tragic love story, a love affair. They call them star-crossed lovers, Ophelia Coco Day and Georgia Andrews. And I'm excited about this one. Apparently Mama Day is a powerful generation saga, at once tender and suspenseful, overflowing with magic and common sense. Okay, can we mix the two? Okay, can we mix the two? And so this book, it is smaller type of font, so if you don't like small font, you're gonna have to find another version. I don't know, large print. But I'm excited to read this, and I do want to put it on my TBR. So what I may have to do for April, I have a whole lot that I want to read, so I may have to just do the TBR game. I didn't do that this month. If you watch my TBR for March, my TBR video for March, I already knew what I wanted to read, and I just put it in the order I wanted to read it. But I have to fuse these in, so I may just throw these books in the jar with the my TBR that I have planned, keep adding, and see which one I choose. The next book is Dean Koontz. I never read his work, but this one is One Door Away from Heaven. It's been sitting on my shelf, or sitting, it wasn't on the shelf, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was in the closet until I pulled it out, okay? It was in the closet. And then I put it on my shelf at the beginning of the year, because I was like, I got all these books in the closet. Some of them I read, some of them I haven't. I forgot about. And I'm renewing, getting new books in my collection, if you will. So I was like, let me add this one. This seems really good. Apparently this Dean Koontz, let me see. This is more of a horror novel. So this will be, I think this will be one of my first true horror. No, because I read The Reformatory. I read The Reformatory. That's technically was in the horror category a little bit. But this one is about, let's see, in a dusty trailer park on the far edge of the California dream. I want to see, Michelina Belsong contemplates the choices she has made. We all do, okay? At 28, she wants to change the direction of her troubled life, but can't find her way until a new family settles into the rental trailer next door, and she meets the young girl who will lead her on a remarkable quest. This sounds really good, and it sounds relatable because, listen, I may not look like it, but guess how old I am? Can you guess? Guess in the chat. I'm gonna give you a few moments. In the comments, I say, guess how old I am. Pause. Put it in the chat. No, seriously, I'm 38, and I find myself every so often like contemplating, like, okay, these are decisions I made in this decade, in my 20s and early 30s, and like, come on, what are we doing? I constantly try to self-reflect and reevaluate. And so I can understand homegirl, like, so I don't know if you read this. Let me know if you read this or any other Dean Koontz books, or if you have any other recommendations for his work. This will be my first read, so I'm excited. Now, it is quite long. This book is over 500 pages. It's close to 600. So I know when I read The Reformatory, that was close to 600 pages. Girl, it took me like a week and a half to get it done. And I'm like, when is this book going to be over? But it was so good. It was a good read. I gave it 5 stars, so I'm excited to read this. And then the last two are Toni Morrison's books. They're by the same author, so in the sense, they're related that way, but they're different books, okay? They're different books. All right, so I do want to read Sula, which is her second novel, I believe, and it came out in 1973. All right, and this one is about two women navigating their lives and dealing with the issues of that time. And so it says, this rich and moving novel traces the lives of two Black heroines from their close-knit childhood in a small Ohio town through their sharply divergent paths of womanhood to their ultimate confrontation, and reconciliation. This sounds so good. And what I do like about Tony's books is it's not a long read. It's less than 200 pages. It's 174. So I may just put this on my TBR or try to fuse it in for next month. We'll see. We'll see, but I do want to read it. I read The Bluest Eye. I have a video review on that, and I did it. The book, I gotta read more books, and it's not Tony. It's just dealing with the circumstances of what the book was about and the characters, how they were behaving, and things of that nature. So, but I love Tony. I'm going to eventually read all of her works because I have some more over here. And the next one I'm going to read is her next book. It was her third novel, Song of Solomon. And I have this copy of Song of Solomon. This one's a little longer. It's about 325 pages. And this one was, she debuted, came out in 1977. And then after this one is Tar Baby. I don't have Tar Baby, but I got to get Tar Baby and Jazz. But this is another one that I heard, you know, for those, when you're getting into Tony's work, that Sula and Song of Solomon were pretty good. So I'm excited to read this one. And I'm jumping in just all in on this one. I don't know what it's about, and I don't want to read it. I want to savor its time. So let me know if you read any of Tony's work and what did you think about it. And again, if you read any of Dean's, Gloria Naylor, and James Patterson. What have you read from them? Throw it in the comments. If you haven't already, go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, share, okay? All right, y'all. So this whole time I was saying 6 books, and I didn't get to the 6th book. So I'm going to throw that in there. And the 6th book came from Dollar General. It's actually a true crime book, and it's this one. And it's about Elliot Ness and the Mad Butcher hunting America's deadliest unidentified serial killer at the dawn of modern criminology. So excited to read this one. And again, I got it from Dollar General for only $5. Don't be stingy with the book recommendations. Don't be stingy. All right. So I know this is short, but that's going to wrap up what 6 of the books. Now I got a whole... I got so many other books. Just wait till you see. I'm gonna do my March wrap up and then my April TBR of the books that I want to read in April. And so I may do like throw the names in the jar of all the books and then pick out 7. I don't know. Suggestions. We'll see. But I hope you all are having a great week, a great day. Whenever you're watching this, remember to encourage yourself, continue to uplift yourself, motivate yourself, and do what you got to do to get to that next level. All right? And until next time, always remember to keep just be. Don't take it. Take it. Just don't be. Don't take it personal.